Wobbly.
And then mousesports yesterday against Ents, they got it done. When they flicked over to their CT side, they had 11 rounds. They didn't drop a single CT-sided round on their defense of this, but that's not where they're starting. They opted to take it here, Mouse. It was between Mirage or Vertigo. They wanted to go to Vertigo, where here, they'll be kicking things off on this T side, and VP on that CT side defense. So we'll get things underway, and it looks like we're going to turn our attention quite swiftly towards the B bomb site.
Frozen's been the best player on Mouse so far statistically. Let's see if he can start off proceedings well for this, our last map. Buster, ooh, he catches the flash fully. They don't necessarily profit, and now with his vision restored, it fades to black thanks to Frozen's Glock. Into the site, hunting for the USP, the upgrade found. Ooh, Dexter's preemptive shots into the edge of the smoke have connected as well.
Bit of peppering going on, but YEKINDAR's on the flank, and there's a gap right now. Rops is looking the wrong way. He's left the behind open.
So passive, and now Dexter's been pantsed. Needs something. Frozen's gone too. Falling apart. He's anticipating Rops loud on the way in, and YEKINDAR has not let his foot off the gas. Oh, that feels like a fumble.
Rops has really dropped the ball there, right? It's his job to cover the flank, and the gap that was created, YEKINDAR gets 3 kills out of that. A mistake, and VP profit in a massive way. I don't know what
was he looking for?
I don't know, but
okay.
that's not the way you want to start things here. mousesports are immediately going to be force firing back into things. Now look, they got the bomb down. They made the entry look pretty easy in towards the site, so they know that they can keep this pressure up. And well, as far as the buys go, it's going to be pretty decent right now for Mouse.
Comparable almost. I mean, you've got, significantly more rifles, sure. This is YEKINDAR just ruining the day of Mouse. He's got some great shots in him. Even the third, he's just not flustered. Jame, going to be a real pain around that boosted spot.
Rops wasn't activated at all on Inferno. He needs to get activated here. He needs to take the game into his own hands in a couple of these moments. That cannot happen again.
No,
right?
his major placement is on the line here, and he is, you know, in the conversation to be one of those superstars, but superstars perform when it matters most.
Yeah, I know that his job is to lurk, but he's going to need to either come up with a couple of clutches in that lurk or find himself more active. He's not going to get away with just being passive time and time again here today.
Buster could easily smoke this off if they make any more noise. He's going to go get the fight. Oh, Bymas. Tip of the head could have been exposed, just timing saving them for now. But VP are so wise to this. Look how quickly they can respond. They got 2 people boosted mid.
This is a good setup they have right here as well, because they have backup on the site. Qikert's here to help Buster out and just peering on over. The smokes are coming.
Yeah, he's ready for that duel. He's even taken a second no trade. Mao's cancelled. The smoke blooms. That's big from Dexter. He's given him something to work with here. Qikert to fill the gap.
So many bodies on B right now. They've had 2 more rotations. Flitz here. Same as Jame. And they're walking on through. Dexter trying to find a gap.
It is there. Oh, he heard Qikert retreat.
They're not going to expect this.
No. A little element of surprise. The flash is in, and the headshots are up for debate. Doesn't finish his meal. Jame cleans house, and down goes acoR. Well, this feels a whole lot more Inferno than it does Ancient, at least to start us off. The individuals have not let up. Even the presence of mind, not only does Buster string together the double, but then as he is found, Qikert just fills his space.
Yeah, they were reading that very well there. Great stuff here from VP to handle that. I feel like there's a difference in this team, right? And I know that there's a big firepower upgrade of Flip because of the Sanji emission now, but even still, they've had a few more pace changes. They've been a little bit more direct in some of their fights. One of the keys I want to point out here for VP on this CT side is if they do give up that B bomb site, they have some great B retake utility. So we'll get to see that one unfold, but this should be a bit of a freebie for VP now.
Strongest Vitality, if you were tuned in for that one on Vertigo, you witnessed just how much of the entire half can be determined over this control of the A-ramp smoke. You buy respect, you throw aggressive maneuvers into the mix, some HE's late, incendiaries, they partner up. You can see the partnership right here actually, and it's not one I'd want to trifle with, Chad.
No, and you know that AWP is going to come up for Jame as well, so just biding their time, baiting out the util. I was going through the paces early here, and one of the things that I've attested to them is a cool head, but going to be hard to keep it cool now when elimination on the line. Jame with the first, the rest look like they're going to fall in their favor. Rescinding now.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you don't need to stay around for too long, especially with that opening kill. Now, this is great for YEKINDAR. He doesn't have to worry about a molly to clear him out. Should be good for a few.
And there is another for YEKINDAR. Post is fourth. acoR's James' next victim, and yeah, just one by one. VP teach us how to count to 5.
Clean.
Doesn't really get much cleaner. I think there's 2 kills on Mouse right now. Yep. Dexter with 1 deagle frag, Frozen with the first of the pistol.
Oh, they've been able to get the AWP out now and into the hands of acoR here, but James upgraded it as well. So both whipping out the big greens for the first gun round. Not going to carry it across in a bonus scenario here. Famas is the worst gun on the deck right now. Diffuse kits are in play. Plenty of cash in the back pocket of VP going forward as well here. A-ramp smoke, you're going to see that one land. Playing on the ramp and the shots on through, not going to connect. The nade, is beautiful. And look at that, just mauls Dexter through the smoke.
Oh, but that's salt in the wound, Chad. And the wound is still fresh.
Just the lack of tracer fire now, right? It's so difficult. How are you meant to identify
and you
where
can't
that's
return
from?
fire at all.
You give yourself up, you go, here I am, take a shot at me.
Yeah, we were watching players unload, 2, make it 3 mags of their silenced M4 just because of the freedom by which they have to get info from it. Never mind get frags, lurk, smoke. Jame has a reaction to that, is incendiary. He doesn't actually have one of those, but a nade for good measure.
That's one way to deal with it, right? They're aware of the possibility. They drop some nades to soften them up, and now YEKINDAR even having a look.
That is brave. Advantage on the one-way for the T's if they were there, but he's got the information so quickly.
He's cleared it out now, so over towards B.
Bust up. Ballsy again, he gets away with it. That's twice now. So far, 100% success rate in Buster's aggressive B defense. There's more to come. The missed molly does mean acoR can set himself up, and Buster bullying them. Mao's lost. Let's get Mither on the mic, I think. These boys have not shown any signs of life. I mean, there's 2 kills, Chad. First gun round.
Yikes.
Nothing to show for it. VP are going to have max money if they keep on this trend.
That's ridiculous, though, because how the pistol round started, Mouse were cutthroat over towards the B site, and it was really just the glimpse of Rops looking away and YEKINDAR finding that gap on the retake, right? Like, the pistol felt like it should have been Mouse's.
No timeout taken. They're just going to go off Dexter's call here. Looks like a conservative half buy, try and get the bomb down, let Rops be a hero.
So what do we do? Let's do some quick maths here, right? So in the last 23 rounds of play, Mouse have only won 3.
Yeah, and this is quite damning. They immediately got a good eyeful of the intentions there of Mouse. It was 4 counted. Dexter has been tagged, frozen spots, and is spotted by YEKINDAR.
More U2. I like how jarring VP are being towards this A ramp, right? They're not giving it up. They're not just completely dropping back to the site. They're staying in limbo.
Sure is the gap. Flit's responsible for it, so no issues there.
It's perfect. You know you're up against the pistol. Sandbag is great, and he's even going to keep looking. Look at YEKINDAR go. This one's called clear. He just needs to deal with 1 man of Frozen, and I think he's going to do that with ease.
Oh, now that is something. A gift from Frozen. They're looking to pivot middle. Typically, Jame responsible for it. He's committed over the site. Flit now tucked in. You should have at least 1 here. Oh, he looked away. Averts his gaze. They can build upon that. Weapons as well to ply their trade. Back his turn. Need a trade now. And acoR struggling on the P250. Bymas is low. He doesn't want to be the sacrificial lamb. And the backs are turned. The round falls apart. Rops very late to the party. Now he's got 2 people breathing down the back of his neck. And he's just not able to find the head. Insignificant damage dealt. 1 versus 3. Frozen started this round off with a great catch, and it was the intimidating YEKINDAR. He's walking into James' orb, though, and baits the shot. He's doing everything he can here. He doesn't have the time. They've got the nades.
Oh, he might want to go down here. Frozen?
What's your plan?
Okay, I think he's going looking for that gun over towards A, right? So if he can find this from YEKINDAR's body, there you go. It's not the end of the world. There's also a smoke just there. So piecing that one together, Frozen several steps ahead. Going to pick that one up, carry it through. No dramas, right? He also had head armor here. You can see on the bottom right of your screen. Now, Frozen and Dexter get you 2 opening kills here, and your lurk is so late that your mid to B pounce does nothing, right? There's no pressure coming from the other side. It's just the 3 players coming through middle. Where's the pressure? Where's the attempt? Didn't even have a look in, and then everybody else is dead. And of course, you're going to be looking to the extremities. 5-0. This is really, really rough start for Mouse here.
Oh, it only gets worse, Chad. It only gets worse. No, 2 through the smokes. Mouse throw their bodies into the A site, and it's not even allowed to leave the starting line.
Yeah, we need a timeout now. I know this round is still in a 3-on-5 situation, but this is about to be 6-0.
Chad, look at the kills. It's still just 2 players. We have got 3 players fast submitting their applications to the 007 agency.
Oh, a chance goes missing again. acoR and Bymas, the last 2 to stand. Maybe they could change that as far as their own scores go here, but just no fight. And I think, I think they have to save.
Mytha better give these boys a pep talk, because this is a real problem for your major life. T-side Vertigo, a lack of unity, it seems, a lack of
frags, that's
frags.
it.
Yep, you're right, you're onto something there. Maybe I'm over-romanticizing it, but it does seem like these boys are not all on the same page. Some of them doing an audio book.
Oh, so careful here. You're on the tightrope as well. You can easily see Bymas just slipping on off. And the thing is, they're not
seeing things.
But they can't get away. They're not allowed. Flit's already in their spawn. Like, literally in their spawn. Where are you going to run back to now? Bymas has found something. 20 seconds left. He's found a kill. And they're still going in.
acoR's got a smoke. Oh, Qikert's angle's dreamy. Tracks up acoR. Tucks into the smoke. 10 seconds. They're going to lose it all. And that's the end of that. 6 VP. Looking indomitable, untouchable. 6 already in the bank. And I mean, I know the numbers and it tell the story itself, but if you want to just bring up that round recap as well next time we're into game, you'll just see that this CT side has yet to truly bleed.
I hate to see Rops already buying. Like, they are taking the timeout. Rops has already bought. I know that they have max loss bonus. I know they're going to be able to buy in the next, but like, at least give the coach a chance to say, hey guys, this is the round that we want to play. Like, now that he's invested into the Galil, he either has to go in all on it, right? Continue to, like, okay, that's not the end of the world here, but you're right. It needs to be a rousing speech of some variety.
Yeah, it has to be, because VP, they've been here before.
Just 10 rounds is all they need now. They seem so close at this moment.
It feels like it, and you're not going to be humbling their finances anytime soon. Woof. Sending Bymas into a different universe, and okay. Strap in, folks. I think what VP are saying right now is anything you can do, we can do better. A dominant ancient, so distant memory now, and YEKINDAR again gets info early off the crane. Dexter has been one of the few to contribute an opener alongside with Frozen. Bymas did get himself one on the way in, and look at the active angles he's taking. Frozen a sitting duck, the trade necessary from Bymas.
Smokes are landing, attacking the site now. There is no gaps. They're going to make their way in. Oh, maybe went to left-hand side of that smoke. There might be a bit of a gap here. Bullets through. There it is. You can see it, and the damage done. The bomb's loose. They got to get that down.
So well rehearsed. That stop incendiary as well from Jame, and now he can post up on short. Can mantle up if he's brave, but is that really?
But they've left the site. They don't have any more util. They need to win the fights.
It's just Rob's parked up short. It's good to see him at the front of the pack. And they want answers. That's what that flash indicates, but not going to push it too far. An easy collection in the bomb as well, so really does come down to these duels. When will Robs choose to activate? Dexter's done him a whole lot of help with the frag onto Flit. Jame now spotted on towards that, and I think his presence alone has just locked Robs in. Do you think Jame knows?
Yeah, like, he doesn't have to move. Why does Jame have to move? The fight has to come his way, and there it is. The tag onto Robs down to 18. Scoops up the bomb, sure, but 25 seconds is all on Dexter.
He has to do it all, and he has found another. Oh my lord, he nearly got his crosshair in the right place. He's tried everything he could. Robs has to come up clutch. He doesn't have the health for this. Looking for some redemption. Something to give us hope, and no, instead submitted 007. And 7-0 for VP. They are really running to secure another life here at the Major. Legend stage for them. Looking for the champions. This would put them in the 2 wins, 2 losses, and send Mouse back to their rooms to pack their suitcases.
Oof, this is going to be some comeback. This is going to be some comeback because there hasn't been any fight, right? A 7-0 scoreline with the rounds close, yeah, that's a conversation. A 7-0 scoreline where the other team, it doesn't even look like they're in the server right now. That's a problem. Virtus.pro have come to play, and sure, Ancient, forget about that. That is Ancient history right now. Mouse, the full buy, it's in. That round was a good indication that they had a bit more pep in their step regarding the fight. They're a bit biffy, a bit quicker, but here comes Jame.
Bang, and already Frozen's gone, more to come. They're trying their luck, but every time they try and maneuver through these smokes, and YEKINDAR collects another freebie. Oh, acoR's next on the chopping block. His crosshair has no smokes. Dead on arrival, Mouse. Look to Rops, posts his first, would need another 4. Can you do what Jame threw into the mix on Inferno, a 1v5? There's not many 1v5s in Major history, Chad.
Oh, I wouldn't imagine so.
Jame already attaching 1 to his name. Up against this squad, map 2.
He's not going to win this round, guys. What's going to happen? He's going to walk into Jame's AWP, he's going to pull the trigger, and the round's going to be done.
No, he's going to jiggle it perfectly. Jame is going to pull the trigger.
You reckon?
Yeah.
All right. That's the start. 50 seconds. 3 more now, Alex. What's the next kill? How does that one happen?
Well, he fakes the steps, walks back to B, and baits the rotate out of Qikert.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Well, almost.
Lovely stuff out of VP, though. They're really not letting much slip here. Like, they are playing perfect counter. The fact that we've got YEKINDAR, who, by virtue of his own presence of mind and understanding of the game, all he needs in support of him is Jame to exist and fire off a shot and a smoke on the ramp.
Yeah, get the opening kill. He has so much room and...
Like, can we just do a YEKINDAR round? I know this is weird and we don't do this in typical Tier 1 officials. Never mind majors. But let's see how he's doing. Like, what's he doing? They're not even going to test him at this point, but he's playing the supporting cast to Jame for early info.
Yeah, he's safety netting if it's fast, and then when it's not fast, right?
He's just parked up.
Then
you don't even leave the AWP, Chad. You leave the AK.
It's such a force to have right here. Now, he's not the only component of this squad that's well-oiled. Now, we have Buster, which has basically forced them away from those B hits as well.
Yep, took him about 2 rounds, 2 tests. And now look at the second layer of their util. It enables YEKINDAR to walk up and tuck in. A gap to be exploited. Frozen. Looking the wrong way. YEKINDAR holds his nerve. Eyes on him. Eyes on YEKINDAR.
Fading.
Frozen. Oh, despite having the jump, and he's going to string together at least some damage. Dexter down low. Best bet so far. And again, it's Dexter that's doing everything for Mouse. He's at the top of the scoreboard. That's another opening kill. I'll check in on them, because it's a significant absence of them. Frozen's delivered 2.
Oh, they're sent packing away from A right now, and they're going to test that luck over towards B for one more time. Right now, B is quite open here. Rops with a project of his own in middle. If he can lock down those rotations. Oh, they're rotating back so swiftly. They're going to have 3 players to deal with this over towards B, reading the situation well.
Yeah, late on their util. Very late. Bymas strikes. Flank is in.
There
Rops
he
delivers.
is.
Awakens when matters most. Still 8-0 as the first round for Mouse looms.
Tap your watch. I think it's Jame time now. I know there's plenty of cash money to go, and he's just going to see if he can find anybody who wants to go hunting. But there it is. Now, as we've seen this so much, you think about Inferno, the saves after saves after saves on that CT side. It was agonizing to watch, just knowing that they could never contest. And finally, now it comes together. They were doing a lot of this on Ancient, right? They were able to play the map control quite nicely, and I thought VP were in the right place at the right time. Bymas throwing his body on the line, gets that kill, is traded. And then it's Rops who comes on in from behind with 2 big ones. So there you have it. Dexter's opener, Rops' closes. And a round.
You just have to do that
6 more times.
6 more times.
And we get an 8-7-1/2. But that's something, at least they've broken their silence, right? Hopefully they can start believing they can do something now. acoR yet to frag.
This was the Rob's flank and activates just when he's needed. This is the double that wins the round. Short smoke. Let's see how far they go. It looks like the B side of the map might get some more attention here. Buster was brilliant, like we talked about. He did deter them, and oh, that's a very, very big opener. Buster's AWP flustered, forced off the line, space taken. Already looking much better out of Mouse here, and a chance goes a bit awry. Util to be dropped to follow up. They don't have the bomb, Chad.
They'll get that. There's plenty of util as well. They can start dropping that over towards the B bomb site to fortify that. And Bymas, he doesn't worry about util. He's getting it done. Found another flit onto the trade. The retake looking possible. Flits forward.
Here we go. acoR to contribute. Struggles to convert.
Oh, now they're going to be a bit scared about this B site. That bomb might come back to haunt them here.
It could. Very well. They're a bit late to be planting it. And surely there's a little bit of doubt now for VP as to where they plan to finally commit. The sheer amount of time they've spent. Yeah, YEKINDAR's worried about middle. No secret of their presence, B. But Robs, lucky boy Robs, might be activated later. Oh, what the hell? Dexter? Dexter wasn't ready for the re-aggress. At least the trade is there. Robson frozen to save mousesports' hopes of a competitive half hit. Jame does have an incendiary, likely will be able to drop that out to contest the plant. Bomb scooped up. This incendiary will be perfectly timed, yeah. Has to wait it out. YEKINDAR does not give them an inch. And now to defend it. Smoke ain't bad, the flash is better. Rob's doing the flashbang dance. And just like its founder, Frozen has nothing to work with.
Oh, sound cue now. They know where he is. Bomb halfway ticked.
Not rushing this smoke kit. YEKINDAR is first to fall. Can Frozen with 3 HP handle this?
Sitting it.
He's sitting it and Frozen knows. Surely he can find him with the spray. Jame diffuses under their nose and sours the mood further. The best bet Mouse have had. And a 5-second diffuse.
And the bomb did come back to haunt them there. You didn't think that detail was going to be the end of the world. Bymas has 2 kills. He got the entry. He even found the second. They even found the second before the trade came on in. And as the details now, you can see the stern look on Mytha's face. The pressure. I said that Mouse were keeping a cool head. I don't think they're keeping a cool head anymore. Bymas here, he's just run on in. Like, this is fantastic. Look how much control they have. He's deep, he's all the way across. Like, the site is theirs. And then Flit is just able to be such a nuisance. Dexter back turned, and well, you can understand, you're thinking that's too much of a brave maneuver to pull off, but they pull it back.
I think it must be a tech.
Yeah, looking like it right
it went
now.
from
The headset is off.
Tack to tech, and I mean, frustration's likely bubbling over now.
What's the conversation to be had? We know that Frozen had a couple of issues before. He did need to reboot his PC earlier, or at least Counter-Strike. Hopefully this one isn't going to stall us up for too long here, but I guess if we reflect right now on where we're at in the game, sure, the scoreline does read 9-1. The VP cash situation right now with a full buy in play, the high end is Jame with 7k. The next closest is Flit with 4.2, and then the rest are all around that 2k mark. So you're going to need at least 2 rounds in a row here for going saves to get mousesports back in this. They can all afford. acoR's already bought an AK, and acoR's still yet to find a kill here. Dexter, he's been finding some traction. Bymas as well, as far as the early kills go.
Now, I don't know if I'm misreading that or if there's something wrong with the stats, but I'm reading at 10 rounds into Vertigo, YEKINDAR's at 172 ADR. An average of kill and a dink, essentially.
Well, think about the pistol where he started it. He gets 3 kills there.
Yeah.
And every time we've been on his POV and they've come his way, most of the time it felt like he's got at least 1. So 13 kills, 4 assists. Yeah, it's starting to add up.
This is on his weak side.
Yeah, wait till we give him the AK every single round.
Wait till he gets his Kalashnikov out. Let's have a little look. Bring it up for all of y'all at home.
Oh, he is our drone man. The kill leader. That one makes sense.
13 enemies killed.
Oh, the headshot hasn't even been the primary, right? Because I guess the silenced M4 through the smoke has just been such a pain in the arse right now for Mouse.
But looking calm under pressure for sure, and he's one of the new additions. We talked about VP, their core being represented in the last major grand final, and that was as a Vanguard. YEKINDAR, though, was the partnership up with new face Flit. He's on the block there, trying to keep it in that game-winning mentality. It honestly looks like he's waiting for his dinner. And it probably is. A mouse on a silver platter.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that's going to be to go around. So this here is great from VP. 2 back-to-back maps where they've been dominant. There's not even a conversation about it. I do like the way that Mouse came out of the last with a bit of pep in their step, and I really feel like they never should have lost that round, but at least it shows the fighting face. Now, acoR's gone as well, so we've lost 2 players from the server here, guys. This tech may be extended for a little bit longer.
Yeah, their pistol started so well. And I think, you know, you've seen, you know, from the games you've played, and never mind the ones we've watched, that losing a round you feel like you had in the palm of your hand will bleed into future rounds. And, you know, we saw that on Inferno.
Yeah, we did.
The second round force where Bymas, young gun, full of fun, hitting some 1-digs out of absolutely nowhere. 3, Chad.
They were massive
They
shots.
were honestly, like, that's a highlight in its own right.
Yeah.
And then Jame just did the impossible. He was being run down. You know, you say most clutches require a huge slip up from your opponents. To be fair to the boys of Mouse, they were all running him down. He just held the spray and managed it to perfection. Looks like we've got 5 bodies in the server again for Mouse. And so let's get back to the brutality that so far has been our third map. It's first half. VP already boasting a 1 CT side, 9 in the bank. Mouse a meager 1.
Had the match medic in, things should be getting sorted out now. Cash to splash, we've mentioned plentiful. Loss bonus, of course, maxed on out. Now we are getting this one back underway with the buys coming in. acoR has equipped the AWP and be time to get him activated, currently with 0 kills to his name. Not an easy side for the T to operate on. Now, he can find fights over the smokes over towards A ramp, but it's not going to be easy for him.
That's been cancelled, Chad. That was cancelled in the first 5 rounds when they tried ramp and YEKINDAR just laughed at them.
They're going to have to try again, and you can see here what he's working with. The smoke blooms.
That was just a flash. I thought they'd gone for a very avant-garde sandbag smoke. Okay. Well, there's the invisible bullets flying through the smoke. You really are going to be kept very humble when those are flying through. acoR frustrated wiggles.
Here's the difference in this round. They've actually posted Jame in mid with the AWP. Another smoke now going to drop towards that ramp, and that's going to stall Mouse out for likely another 20 seconds here.
No rebuttal. You're just not going to be able to. You can take a good guess as to where they're coming from, and acoR's holding what little he can. He's trying to also be hyper aware of the flash aggress. They're so paranoid now that it could be anyone, anywhere.
There's the one way. YEKINDAR was actually holding on to that with quite a nice timing. That's going to slow this crawl down, and if he drops the re-smoke as well, they are going to have to start to disrespect that. They're going through.
Oh, and YEKINDAR strikes. There's more to come. I can feel it in my waters. Bymas has denied, but here comes Qikert. Even trades. This is the best bet for Mouse. You've got 40 seconds. You have access to the ramp. You can stretch your legs. Full util on dexter. Bomb on his back as well.
Flanking. He's just gone down the ladder mid.
Oh, that's quick. That's very quick. All eyes are going to be drawn elsewhere.
No one's looking.
All eyes looking elsewhere. Back to turn. Flit will strike. 1.5. Rob's on notice. Not far off on his spray, but you can see Flit knows what's up. If it just survives.
At the time. They have to go A.
They have to. And James here, ready for his shooting gallery. Ready and waiting, takes down Robs, and the second comes just as easy. Mouse. They find the even trades late, but yeah, Flit this time throws a spanner in the works.
Yeah, and Jame was posted up mid with that AWP, which meant they had Overwatch there early. They actually had an aggressive stance. They weren't playing mid passively towards elevator room. They weren't on the construction position. They weren't playing from CT spawn. They had a lot of vision mid, right? Because it was the rifles locking down A. So you're more than happy to take the risk in that moment. You're not expecting a player over to the Jenny late watching it when Flit's gone for that push. It needs to be a gear shift again from Mouse. They have to find a way to fight here. They're just being absolutely dismantled in front of our eyes.
Virtus.pro. Oh, the intentions are so clear. Even the pop flash is nerdy as hell. That's something. Jame gone. If they could find YEKINDAR, the A site would be open for business, but it's YEKINDAR, and he decides he's had enough. The trade is there, frozen over the one-way. Now we're cooking. And what? There's more. Flit decides to re-aggress as well. Not another for acoR. Caught out. His 11th to the chin. And we're fully reset. They still have ramp control. The bomb to be scooped on up. Robs is working something into mid. Bymas crawling into B.
Yeah, they gave up B. Buster's very passive right now. You can see he's just working his way back into the site now.
This is a big duel for Robs. Catches Qikert in transition, but doesn't quite connect the dots. Now Buster can contain this plant. Nice from Bymas. He's been saving Mouse on multiple occasions here. Could this be their second? Nade looks well destined for glory. Does chunk them both. Frozen down to a manageable amount.
Qikert's on the flank here. They have to consider this, and he's going to take his time. He's going to check the railing. Going to jump up and around.
Up ahead. Nice shot out of Frozen.
Has to be the round, surely.
Has to be.
And that's the
Will
save.
be. Okay, Mouse. What a hard-fought second round that was.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it? Over towards A, they just can't catch a break. That's the difference. Like, VP aren't giving them any space at all. Like, you want to take ramp, sure, but we're going to take several bodies with you.
And you can see the corpses now just littered all over this side of the map. Like, VP are so good right now at making it costly to just take some what's typically given space. I mean, once the smokes are thrown, you know, the meta did not have 3 people, one at a time, taking the mantle of A defense. They have made it work. VP, up to a point.
They're backing their aim so much, right? And what you're talking about here, when you see this smoke, the Frozen gets dropped, you watch Gambit play this map, they drop that immediately. Nafany's on that railing, fighting consistently here, but another consecutive round for Mouse, and maybe we're talking here. Rops with a bit of pace to it. Finally, something aggressive out of him. Entry fragging mid, taking the room, calling the space clear. He's taken this one back.
Dexter in tow. YEKINDAR so low. Oh. Bit of a flubbed boost there. Flit's not going to give him anything.
Oh, Qikert though, he's jumping up. Just dancing around smokes. This is the smallest of margins right now, separating these between kills. And as this fades, if YEKINDAR pushes forward, might be able to take some room. A flash flits in, he's grabbed one, and he's out.
Where is the trade?
Drops
Nothing
can't do anything.
available. Just denied. Okay, that smoke might actually be something for Bymas to anticipate aggression. He's looking for it. He's looking for it. Spots a little bit.
Oh, he saw the leg.
Glimpse of leg. Does engage. Does open up the B site. Can they commit to this as a unit?
Oh, no.
YEKINDAR's coming. And there's no one ready. A loud Robs descends. Frozen does his due diligence and more. Checks it. Saves one. Jame looking to do more damage. Does miss his shot.
acoR's first as well.
There you have it. Mouse 3, VP 10.
Oh, it's not easy for them to get into these rounds.
It's only been the B site.
Yeah, and Bymas, the guy on your screen right here, this kid is playing well and truly above his years right now. In a pressure environment, he is the one continuously getting them into these sites. So good stuff from Bymas.
Oh my god, it's actually enough.
Yeah, it's been... Oh, a timeout call. Dustin just stood up, called the timeout sign.
Bit late.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that one's gone in. Maybe for the next round. You know, maybe he wants to call it in the next round to play. But yeah, it is just going to be these light on pistols here. Now you have to get this one, Mouse. VP have been decimating you when the rifles are out. Now that it's just down the pistols in the gap. Oh, dear.
No. Frozen, the bodyguard has to be activated. acoR's on notice. And yeah, I think I'd be more passive as well after that.
There's 4 bodies right now over towards this A-ramp position, so they can't contest this. It is just the pistols, right? And it's not the best at long range. CZs, P250 for Jame, and 2 USPs. That smoke, they can actually gravitate towards and use that to advantage.
It could. Frozen threw it out to imply more presence. Mouse are in a standstill.
There's a flash in the hands of Qikert. And it looks like the trap is not going to get sprung here against the Mouse. Now, here goes Bymas again. Difficult to clear.
Can he seriously do it for them again? Just every time he does put his name in the feed as an opener, that B site usually becomes Mouse and around.
Oh,
he's going to have to clear this. And has. Buster down, B site open. Wide open.
Bymas is doing a lot for him again here. They're pushing A. Frozen has heard this time. They definitely have the bomb, and now Frozen can mop up the mess. YEKINDAR dead, the rest just stranded right now from VP. And 4. This is a hard-fought 4 rounds, and you got to question if it's even going to be enough. There's still one more round in this first half to be played. And we'll see if that time out of Dustin comes through into the next for VP. I'm sure he knows the importance of making sure they get the 11 rounds before we flick on over. Finally, something easy for Mouse, though. And for a moment there, you know, Bymas was looking the wrong way. If Buster steps out, the double dink of the USP, the AK falls, they go into the A trap. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the gap in their ramp smoke being exploited by a CZ and acoR again, so vulnerable, it could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. So handled. And a 10-5, considering the way in which this started, is more than they could have asked for.
Well, this is the thing. Yesterday against Ents, on this very map, in the second map of the series, mousesports started on the T side. They managed 5 rounds total. Then they flicked over to the CT side, 11 straight. They didn't drop a single CT-sided round.
Well, I know what my speech, my rousing speeches from Mythra on the halftime will be.
They've already done it once.
And right now, if you're Dexter, you just remind them, lads, we've worked with 5 before. Major life on the line. We did it with 5. Let's get it. VP on the other side of things are just going through the motions. The B site's the slight vulnerability, which of course Buster was thriving in defending previous. Gets his weapon back out. Looks like he's the last to buy, just working out what nades he desires, and M4 in the mix.
Some heavy hitters waiting in the wings tomorrow. Copenhagen Flames, Vitality, NIP, and Tropic and FaZe.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the gauntlet tomorrow.
Only half will make it through.
Well, here we go. Mouse this time turning their attention over towards A. They could take the fight early here. They haven't done that, and that Molotov says they very well might. Trying to hold YEKINDAR at bay finally with a bit of crowd control utility here, and back and forth they go. Dexter going to burn, has to respect that. Don't want to lob out another smoke for the extinguish, but this could be the mix-up. They could just walk A and go for an execute here. We haven't seen that yet out of them.
They haven't been given this without a corpse.
Yeah, this is weird to see.
Okay, and they're allowed to drop all that utility they've been theory crafting.
Finally, some A-ramp space. This is just such a different look to how the game has panned on out until now. Decoy dropped. YEKINDAR, though, you know he's going to sweep forward.
Yeah, but off the flash of Qikert, up to him to call for it. Resmoke ramp. Flash YEKINDAR in. Holds his nerve instead. He just wants to actively fight this, and you got Jame posted up as well, so that's the flash. Double swing. They are completely blind, baffled. acoR puts his name in the feed. A good shutdown onto Qikert. Need to activate further. A smoke for the cross. Both bloom. They can boost over this if they wanted to. Don't seem keen.
They're setting it up now.
Oh, they are.
It could be too late. They fumbled this.
Oh, it leads to a big one.
What did he even see?
acoR just off the barrel. Bangs Jame. Mao's that compulsory 5th now, getting ever closer.
Buster has a smoke.
Bymas cleared. Flit bests him. acoR would have to be a hero for the rest of this. It's not ideal for the... Oh, but oh my god, he spots the toes. It's not enough. Frozen to deliver a big one here, and he has already found Flit. Can tuck in. Time on their side. acoR survive. On the edge of the smoke, he strikes again, calls it a fake. This has to be Mouse in their 5th. Buster's not got the time for this adventure. acoR found. Time-sensitive mission for Buster. He's really got to be on it now, hoping to catch Frozen on the way round. And there you have it, 10-5. They've worked with it once, they'll have to work with it again.
Oh, it was labored. It was difficult to watch at times there. VP came in hot off the back of Inferno, and this has just been an onslaught of rounds. Getting 5, all things considered, and the blunder that they had, that round where they left the bomb in spawn, even the pistol round where they allowed YEKINDAR to slip into the backline. Do you think it could be a completely different half if those 2 rounds fall the other way?
And there's nothing to fall back on. It's just one more half of Counter-Strike. You're in or you're out. VP shaking it all about as we swap sides to that T attack. What did acoR see? Wow.
Jeez, what did he see?
he saw some ones and zeros, bro. He saw some ones and zeros, I think. Little robotic, let's go.
There's 5 sets of
Look
Kevlar
at
here on the
that
CT
util.
side.
A double smoke, double molly T pistol. Let's go. What are they doing with this?
Oh!
Nothing for YEKINDAR. His plans have been foiled.
Dexter's going to get hot.
Yeah, very quick, and he'd love a tap, sticking around and hoping. Not much more. acoR with more. Oh, the clicks are sensational. 3 quick ones out of the Dane. Gives him a man advantage. We talk about pistols being important, Chad, but just reminding Bowser they're still in this.
That's huge from acoR, considering the lack of impact he had in that first half. 3 crispy USP shots on the pistol here, and now this one can stall on out. Still have the smoke for Qikert, can get that down left side sight. The molly towards Frozen's position right there, likely to land as well. And you can see where Qikert's standing. That's the traditional position to throw that smoke. The bomb on the back of Buster can leer up through this short position towards the site. There's the smoke. And here's the molly.
Oh, flubbed. Bymas can stick around. That makes a big difference because Buster's going to try and fake it out. They're pushing for it. Missing his shots. Bymas does find it. Qikert looking to clutch. Smoke is fading. Will he clear Rops on headshot? He might expect he's still elevator. He's crossed just as the smokes were up.
Not
and
considering
that
it.
is not considered. Not well tracked. Rops shuts him down and a must-win pistol is secured. acoR starts and Rops will finish.
Mytha with a little bit of a prayer right there, it seems, because that one still got sketchy. acoR does so much work right there, and it still comes down to a 1-on-2 situation.
Imagine if that molly was somewhere else. Headshot.
Yeah, that's where I thought it was going.
Yeah.
I guess they just wanted to guarantee. Whoa! That one's a scorcher right there.
This
and
was
these were
great
good
too. This one,
yeah.
bang!
Great stuff there from acoR, but here we go. It's going to be very conservative right now from VP. 5 Glocks and a flash. Qikert just making some steps over towards B to at least keep them guessing, keep them looking. Rops thrust forward. Dexter too, pushing on down. If they throw a close flash, Dexter might cop that in his face.
Frozen's got this one way to peek over as well. Very hard clear. Dexter. Oh, they all swing into him. He does well to find the 2, and that is the rest. Frozen. Chillaxing, maxing, and acting all cool.
Well, they know the guns are coming now, right? They just saw that it was Glocks. They saw that there was no armor behind it, no pistols. So they know that the AKs are coming out. Unfortunately, the players who stayed alive from mousesports there had FAMASs or M4s. So straight into the rifles themselves. Dexter can upgrade or get an upgrade. And this is a very important round now. Everybody with the AK-47s over there for VP. Util to work with. And well, here we go. They've seen the smoke coming out towards the gap position early, limping a smoke up of their own, and Qikert, he's going to go for a walk behind this.
Oh, he had the impact. And it actually does stop it from blooming. Nade not far off, a bit shy of the mark. See the pressure mounting. Dexter under the pump. They know how much this round means. Like, this is a real gap closer round. You can really start to forget about the woes of your first half if you can string together a clean one here.
All 5 members are already over towards A. Rops has pushed down B, so they have a good idea that it is going to be this A finish, but this could be the pace right now. YEKINDAR could swing at any moment.
Here comes YEKINDAR. That AK, always good for the first, the second, the flash, it does connect. And oh, acoR again with some high impact fragging. Tested on Dexter, and he doubles up as well. That will do nicely. Mouse, kick up a fuss. VP, back to the drawing board. A was given. YEKINDAR puts an opener in there, but the counter util was brilliant.
We got a game now. Didn't look like it. It didn't look like it for the longest time. 9-1, I swear the score was out for a moment. There could have even been 10-1. Hard to recount how this one's gone, but the dominance of Inferno bled over into the start of this. And acoR again with another double. His impact, it's finally being felt in the server right now. Dexter as well.
0 and 11, Chad. He's 9 and 14. He has found his voice in the server when it matters most. Down goes Dexter. Big gap to be filled. You don't want to trip over your shoelaces now with a Tech 9 armor.
Oh, you can see they're going to take their time here. So the opening kill comes in, and guess who gets the rifle upgrade? YEKINDAR in hand one more time. We
might just get a full repeat. Perfect flash, didn't clear him. Loud on the descent. So Frozen has an idea that one is stuck around. Rejig in. this attack.
This mid presence from Jame could be an awful lot here, right? Rops has to deal with B and mid right now, so it could come down to a timing as they're starting to pivot in the lower deck, jiggling over towards B, making their way, and that smoke could do an awful lot to secure the bomb site here. Noisy now, forces out some more util from Rups, and
they know he's averted his gaze. Jame doesn't manage to pick the gap. Oh, they're playing mind games with him here. Nice find from acoR. He did hold his nerve. YEKINDAR was trying to thread the needle. That was that M4, so not to be.
Look at Bymas just in the middle of nowhere, playing a crazy off angle right here, and he might even get Jame coming his way. Jame has to make a risk at some point. When this pressure has felt A, if Bymas turns his back.
Oh, acoR, more bodies. He's hitting them all. acoR comes alive again. Multi-kills back to back to back. Jame, speaking of multi-kills, he's not quite found much in a while. Concedes his 9th as Mouse posts theirs.
Great stuff from acoR again, right? We keep saying his name now. We didn't for the longest time, and he's here. So this is VP actually going to get their full buy-in. And when I say full buy for VP, it's with Jame having an AWP, right? The AKs are fine. You saw what he did with the Galil over there on Inferno, but the AWP is his weapon of choice. And this was Buster in the opening. Dexter goes down, but they deal with it. So handled by Mouse, and some combat orbing from acoR here. Presence towards A again. Rops, so much control over towards the B side of the map one more time. Has Bymas to back him on up. Tucking on in and just trying to play a bit of an off angle here. Flip babysitting middle, and middle is the gap right now. VP unawares how much space there is. acoR mollied out of position, drops a smoke, and nade lands on the head. That slows YEKINDAR down to 66 points of health, and a second one follows through. More util coming their way. And
you know, Chad, it's worth reminding you that that game where many thought they should have had Gambit was the T side of VP where they fell silent. It was 14-11 when they fell silent against Gambit on their T campaign. Perhaps, just perhaps, that seed now planted with every passing CT frag. Reminded of that, how that lockout felt. Mouse just finding their feet at the tail end of that first half, and now we find ourselves looking to level it up. You'll never guess who's back in the feed with another double. The multi-kill master's back, having his way. Battered and bruised, the polar bear looks to recede. YEKINDAR's gone too. It's out of the question for another round. This will tie us up. acoR, don't get greedy now. He might just punish on the retreat. He hears Flit leave, and that's acoR's third. 15-15 his score reads as Buster will put a 16th into the death column. Buster, top of the scoreboard for VP. 10 seconds as they hunt him down. He wants to go down, but he'll take a couple with him. Rops can finish the job, maybe even after time. He's only got $750. Bye. Oh no, VP. Those seeds we were talking about are firmly planted now.
This is where VP do some of their worst work when the finances are in a really weird position. They make some strange calls as far as the economy goes here. To them, I'm sure it makes sense, but it definitely comes back to bite them in certain scenarios. And acoR, just the constant utility that mousesports were throwing to slow and stall out VP was fantastic here, and it facilitated that double peak. Getting that third kill was beautiful. You can see Flip wanting to save the AWP, but we're down to the pistols. Buster not investing in anything.
acoR has 5 multi-kill rounds. He is at the top of the entire server aside from Buster.
Come alive in this second half, and Dexter's turn, grabs the first, gets away. We got max loss bonus into the next, so this wasn't one of those scenarios I was talking about, right, where VP, maybe they would have bought an AK or something a bit crazy, but they've actually taken this one conservative. Buster will be able to buy with the rest of the team the next round to play.
Yeah, you just have to live the Glock lifestyle.
But look how much utility Mouse are holding on to, right? You see how much the CTs like to dump early just to get ramp control. Well, again, they're holding on to so many incendiaries, so many smokes, so many HEs. And that's perfect now because they can dissuade within the mid-round, right? It's not just all thrown out early. They just stall out VP and the crawl. And this is the thing we've seen. They haven't gone over towards B at all. This is the reason, you know, with a map like Vertigo, when you have a team like VP, they do just go A. Saw the flexibility from Mouse. They found a lot more success over towards the B side of the map. And when we're over at B, Rops has pushed all the way forward. He has all the early info. Sure, he's not doing a lot in the kills department, but the info for Rops here has been something. And there's 40 seconds left, and there's still 2 smokes, 2 mollies, Couple of HEs, a couple of flashbangs left.
They haven't moved a muscle. It's just a game of statues here for VP. Qikert's talking a lot. Jame throw out one of the 2 smokes required if they want to walk into that site. Dexter still has to be cleared, and they're coming his way. Frozen steps up to the plate. This one will end as quickly as it started. mousesports lock it down. Not a single body dropped despite Frozen being brought all the way down to 1. And Mouse will take the lead for the first time. For the first time in Vertigo.
They've won 10 rounds in a row. From the T half to now, they've won 10 rounds in a row.
That's mad. This is a complete 180. The CT lockout.
They've, the closest the round has been was Pistol, where VP got 3 kills. And then the next closest has been a bunch of rounds with 2 frags. So they're doing VP dirty right here.
Maybe a test on Rops here. Just a little. Buster wants to poke. Have a prod. Bymas in support though, and it's such, you can't break that on his own. He can't, he won't try.
And Qikert's dead now. He's gone down through the smoke. Tasted their own medicine right here. There's 2 of them to deal with, right? Even if Bymas drops back, Rops is still in such a difficult position to clear. It has to be on YEKINDAR to find them some space.
Yeah,
you turn to this guy.
Has to. And he so consistently does. With no support. It's just a one-man operation here, and he's forced Dexter to at least be smoked out. Frozen bails him out.
But that just buys so much time. Do they want to test the waters there? No, Buster looking towards B. And look, Rops just doesn't have to move. How are you going to break this?
You can't on your own.
Look at the angles you have to clear.
You truly cannot. He's managed his angles so well, but he's broken Bymas, and Rops is there to at least pick up the pieces.
They're through mid.
Yeah, acoR shy of the mark. Has to react. Rops to recover. Dexter has taken one of them down on the way, and with the double zoom, Flit does behead acoR, and now that bomb is on its way to B. Rops, Molotov down, forced to swing. Flit does go down now, just looking to extend play on the retreat. Jame aggressive. Dexter puts it down range, and that is 12. That'll do nicely. Money on the weaker side for VP, and starting to run out of chances. mousesports have not dropped a round.
They're yet to plant the bomb on this T side. VP have not been able to get into the bomb site and get the bomb down at all on their T half. So sure, the max loss bonus is in play, but without those plants, without the extra cash injection, without the saves, like these rounds just have to be half buys. And this is just going to be a complete change right now within the server. The vibe, again, has flip-flopped. These are some of the most dominant halves of Counter-Strike we have had today across all 3 maps.
Yeah.
Just domination. And now we're getting both teams showing up, both with amazing CT sides.
This is so peculiar. Just the way in which this whole series has played out. Lockouts after lockouts, and now Frozen does, as you said, give them a taste of their own medicine. That was what they were pulling off time after time. Ooh. To the point where we did see, oh, wow.
They have bought here, yeah. Look, they can get the Galils, right? They're lacking AKs. YEKINDAR the only AK here. Plenty of util, or enough util. It's probably how we need to frame
Maybe Buster's got a friend to break that B site. acoR, ooh, not far off the mark. It's Qikert that's warded off.
Oh, blanked right now, aren't they? And they're going to try the luck again. Buster just containing that B push early. The rest of the team now up the ladder looking towards mid.
I think they liked the way that mid felt.
Yeah, they got room, didn't they? Dexter overseeing business right now.
It's a huge gap right now in mid. Gaping chasm.
He's heard this.
Heard something.
He's reserved on this.
Nade draws attention B side. Rops is desperately trying to have crosshairs looking at him. Bymas to strike. Does. Transfers beautifully. VP on notice. 3 already. Bymas has done everything for Mouse. A big round as well. The full investment out of VP. Bomb loose. Rob's not looking. Oh, the flash. He lives on. Saved by the flash. He only gets the one of the 2. Up to Buster. For the 13th for Mouse. To keep their major dreams alive. Buster looking for an impossible clutch. He does find Bymas. The trade not there. acoR surely ready to swing. Frozen is hunting as well. They're both there. They lock it in. 13, and you can see their eyes alive with belief once again.
Bymas has been key in this map. It is ridiculous the level of impact he has had. In that T half, the rounds where he was getting kills and just being the can opener in a sight was amazing. And this right here, the fact he was reserved, he kept his cool, he played off his teammates. Perfect stuff from Bymas here. Huge play from the youngster, 3 massive kills. And no plans again for VP. This time, they're not going to try their luck with the Galils. They're down to the pistols, and they're almost down and out right now.
Scratching their heads. Can't find a way in. Right back. CT lockout.
Scratching their head here, now trying their luck over towards B one more time. There's plenty more this time. Rops.
I mean, this has to be an easy one, right? You got to take Rops down. You jump straight in. Good flashes and a weapon. But the rest...
Bymas again.
Careful, Bymas. Oh my god, he's just standing in the open. The Bymas special. Doesn't get anything done. He's got so much space lost. The Molly forces YEKINDAR wide. He waits for the flash. Strikes and then replaces it as well. Now through Qikert. Oh, elevated. Nearly 2. Bymas again saves them from mass murder. Even doing some housekeeping. He's doing everything he possibly can, but this one is better for VP. Bomb ticking.
2 smokes on the retake here for acoR and Bymas. They can get those down.
Like one on the site, one sandbag side. This could really divide and conquer. They clear close. 1 smoke, not ideal. It's onto the bomb though. And the low HP player has faked it out. Jame looking to find some info. And
Bymas again!
He's still saving them. 3 frags from Bymas. Flit, competitive. Bymas still delivers. He's finally fallen. Someone has to defuse now. Buster, Shy,
he can't
acoR
find it.
Holding, and that's 4. No! Shy! Not enough time. Buster gets it by virtue of the clock. We say play on.
How much does Bymas have to do there? He's on 10 HP, getting the rest of those kills. Finally, they break on through with the Tech 9s. The most unlikely of the rounds is where VP, they break this streak.
That's their first T round, Chad.
That is their first T round. Wasn't Buster the one first in who killed Rops?
Yeah.
Last alive in all of that. And he didn't even get the kill.
I thought acoR had it.
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like we have to change out a coach headset so they can get that timeout. Fix that one up quick. That's a quick fix. Good God, if you've just joined us, you're right on time.
Yeah, we're just heating up right now. What a comeback this has been.
I'm not going to lie, Chad. When I was looking down the barrel of that, what was it at one point? 10-1?
10-1.
10-1 with YEKINDAR, he having a dominant CT side. I'm like, oh, well. I mean, stick a fork in this one. It was supposed to be done, but now VP's woes.
It was 10-1 to now 10-13. Like, that is just how many rounds in a row that MOUZ have accrued. Just time and time and time again.
Just 13.
Just mental.
Just finding 12 consecutive rounds.
That is crazy.
And now VP have responded in kind. 1, and it's off the Tech 9s. It's Buster who's really is head and shoulders above the rest here. He's at 25. Let's not let that go unspoken. And, well, if you're VP, it's not like you've learned anything with that.
No. Well, you've tested B and it's worked, right? You've gone A almost every other round, right? Almost every other round you've gone towards A. You found a little bit of room mid. You found a little bit of room to at least get that A ramp control in portions here. But MOUZ have done such a great job with their game plan of stalling you out towards A. Now, Doomsday could strike for mousesports here. They're investing right now, and the most amount of cash they have left is 5.7k on Frozen. The loss bonus, of course, it's bottom of the barrel. So this is a very important round right now for MOUZ, right? The loss bonus is against them here. We're getting back underway. That headset has been fixed.
Okay. Believe it or not, a slow start for VP, and then you can't really fault them. Smoked off.
Dexter needs to be very careful here. Jame on the prowl.
Fire. Oh, didn't quite catch enough of Dexter to pull the trigger and commit.
Been a bit quicker with the util here this time around. MOUZ out mid.
Talking of quicker.
Yeah, there's a massive gap again. This is where Bymas got it done from before. Double nades through. Just peppering him. 5 damage is all they have to account for that, but that's information.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're MOUZ, you're not going to be in a hurry to clear out mid, are you? So that just plants some feet. Plants some feet.
Oh, testing back towards acoR's AWP. He might get a heads-up duel here against Jame. This opener could be everything.
This is such a powerful angle. Like, the one way is designed to force this, or force the AWP off it, but they haven't used it. he'll get an action. It might be the flashes though. He's committed to this. acoR shy, and VP open up. 2 bodies drop. Frozen has to step up. The utility implies a commitment, but it's not. Now the smokes will. Qikert's up short. He'll be set for success now if he can walk on as the flames do fade. Frozen doesn't choose to engage. Qikert taking so much space.
Do they risk this? There's no money left in the bank balance for Mouse. Do they really go for a round like this?
Oh, Qikert, he knows where you are. He might even want to do more damage. Uncontested, he's just there to deal with the walk-up. Do they want to go for this? That is the question chat has posed, and rightfully so. Short smoked. They can be ahead of that. Closing the gap. It looks like the commit. It looks like the commit. Flit falls. Qikert cleared. Frozen's done a lot there.
The bomb.
Smoke on the bomb. Kits are present. VP
sitting it.
Can count on Jame on the defuse. 2 seconds. 1 second. He's missed the shot, and it will be Mouse's 14th. They throw it all on the line, Chad. They could have nothing in their bank accounts if that went awry.
Considering how conservative Mouse have been for these other 2 maps of play, and they actually go for one. A number disadvantage retake, and they look in. They get that round, and they take it away. I can't believe it. They haven't gone for any retakes throughout.
No, not at all. Like in 2 maps of evidence, we haven't seen them go for something like that. Not that unlikely. Certainly not.
They're still on the ropes right now, Mouse. VP can break them here. They just need a round. 14-11 the scores read, and we're back to regular programming here. Rops down into B lobby. Jame
just don't
overseeing
give
business.
It something on this hunt. acoR found nothing. Jame, a similar case, but Qikert's ahead of that deep smoke, worth mentioning.
Yeah, taking some risks here, taking some space, taking
oh, that's
some
a
pace.
lot of room. Okay. Frozen a reactive smoke. He's playing like a jiggle smoke defense. You got Dexter in a similar boat. He is going to drop out in incendiary for good measure.
Back towards A. They haven't had a lot of success here, VP. You got to question, is this where they want to end? Molly sandbag, that's called clear. They're just working their way up methodically, corner at a time, and here's acoR again.
He really did switch it on into the CT half. Can he find any more impact with his signature weapon?
Here they come, Jame. Needing to find a pick. Flash is high. Blinding off the line, dropping on back.
We're fine for time. And don't have to rush this, and they're so light. They've only got 2 smokes left, Chad, and a single flash. This will be the commit when they sail through the sky. Dexter to be cleared here. Oh, Jame didn't do a due diligence. Dexter's safe, or at least for a moment longer.
The molly's going to burn.
Forced out, drops his smoke. 1 for 1. YEKINDAR still hitting headshots. And that is the man advantage. Could have been extended there. Jame opts to not pull the trigger. Dexter's on notice. It's the Rops flank we have to keep track of.
Here he comes. 30 seconds now.
Time's not on their side. A rushed incendiary. Closing the gap now. Eyes are off Rops. Ready to strike. He will be checked as well. I think Jame may have caught a glimpse of him. Qikert's got his knife out. Maybe not. Rops looks the wrong way. Qikert will take him, and Mouse just surely have to back out of that. It's not their round to win. VP make it 12.
Oh, and we still have this financial crisis right now for Mouse. These guns going to be worth their weight in gold going into the next. This could be the late resurgence from VP here. They've got Mouse right where they want them. They have to save, they have to cower, they have to drop on back, and guess what? Qikert's even starting to have a little bit of a look.
You said how much these weapons mean to Mouse. Weight in gold.
Is he really going to continue forward here?
I think this is about where he draws the line in the sand. I mean, the bomb will make noise. He wants to be a little louder on his clears, and oh, Bymas is safe.
Just
hiding in plain sight.
Oh, you see what the loss bonus is here. Like, Dexter has 3k. Here's the thing, right? This is the question. You have these 2 M4s. Do you want to buy behind them? Do you want to see what you can get out? Rops has 3.6. Dexter can drop something like a Famus. Wouldn't be too shabby. Maybe you could get a scout into the hands of acoR here.
But it sounds bleak. I don't even like what you're saying.
But the problem is it's 1900 into the next round. A lot of teams in this kind of a stage right now would force buy, right? Because the thing is, it's like double eco territory.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is why the timeout's taken. This is the chance right now for Mytha to let them know what they need to do. Frozen's been dropped that M4. So maybe, just maybe, they will buy into this. Frozen's fully invested behind it. Bymas is buying in nades right now. Rops has got an M4 in his hands as well, so
that looks a whole lot better.
They've been able to pull this one together.
Okay, yeah, just about. I mean, acoR really is going to, give us a small ode to Sanji here in the make or break. He's opting to play with a single smoke and a P250.
He got a P250. That was dropped, yeah.
All right. All right. Crunch time. One of these teams is going home, folks. Top 8, Dreams dashed. The other has to play against a stacked 2 wins, 2 losses group.
They're just giving up mid completely here. There's nobody as an early warning system right now for Mouse. They won't have early info. If YEKINDAR and Flit, they continue this walk forward, they can take so much space. Right, these clears, it's just Bymas to deal with here, and he's being great, but he's going to have to be bloody fantastic right now. Just a nade. It's going to send him scurrying back on down. Just pushing away his early vision seems to be the task he's been left with.
You know, you were praising when Mouse were turning this around, just how many nades they held on to. I mean, this is, of course, a virtue or a product of the buy and of the financial woes, but they've got nothing other than their bullets and Bymas on this, I was going to say B site. It's actually Rops that's tucked in here.
It's a very common place to molly now, and especially when you take a look, they've got 4 Molotovs to deal with, and they are starting to gear up for the B execute.
Yeah, there's no way that doesn't get mollied, and Rops has got nothing to get out of there.
So it's going to be on Bymas again.
The rotate's so far away.
Oh, he's just walked up!
Qikert goes short. Contact. That's only going to confirm their suspicions. Rops better hold his nerve.
Here they come.
He hasn't been mollied. Unchecked. He strikes the silencer as well, connecting a wallbang from Jame. On the swing, he does go down. Rops at least kicks and screams a little. 19 seconds. Can you deny that plant? The answer is no. The nade will soften him up. Not bad. On the retreat, Dexter strikes. We're looking for the last. It's YEKINDAR to come up clutch a 1v2 with all the marbles frozen. Denies. 15 is found, and VP are on the ropes now.
Oh, you can't believe how much space they got over towards A. Just pantsing the A defenders, walking in behind the opening pick. And then Robs with a double, that's 15. They're against the ropes. They got 3 rifles out of that, make it 4.
They didn't molly him.
They saved the AWP. They carry it across, they get it back in acoR's hands, and now it's VP. 3 required now just for overtime. Their major hopes and dreams on the line.
Vertigo's going to be a touchy subject for Virtus.pro. After some of the oopsies they have had here in Stockholm. 3 required in consecutive fashion, or Mouse will live to fight another day. It's all on this. 10-1, Chad, at one point to Virtus.pro. Mouse consecutive in their finish and flourish. Now here on the defense, and well, 5 clicks of the mouse away from extending to live on another day. YEKINDAR, he has to do something for VP. He is their shining beacon of T openings, and there goes acoR. That AWP is very short-lived.
So many smokes on the site right now, look at it.
They're looking for YEKINDAR, and it's a good read from Dexter. Stray bullets, he confirms it. It's just a battle of the tracer fire here. Who will spray and connect? James set up on sandbags. They're going to have to be very passive now, and they could be Molotov'd out of position as well. Wait, where are all their nades? VP have got nothing.
Rops is flanking again. He's closed the door. It has to be the A finish. Rops has secured this. They know it has to be A.
No one can contest it.
The bomb's gone down.
That's all right. VP with a man advantage as well. Rops' flank has a lot of weight attached to it now.
Bymas still has a smoke and a kit here for all this.
Flit's stuck around on default. They just need to delay now, VP. And Jame extends play. Nice find. There shouldn't be anything left for Mouse into this one.
Are they not going for it? It doesn't look like they're going for it. They're not going for it at all. They've just given this one up. They're getting the AWP. They're getting the hell out of there. And Rops, he's going to try and kill as many as he can. 1 in his wake here, but now he has to get on out. Frozen's found another, but they've given up the round. 13 now.
Does this game really have more twists and turns?
Ooh, okay. Interesting decision right there. You think with Rops so close on the flank, right? But I guess that they didn't have enough utility to disrupt. They didn't have enough to draw attention in their way.
Yeah, I mean, if we were seeing smokes, like retake smokes onto the site, you guarantee some attention drawn, but they didn't have it in their arsenal. They got 2 more shakes of the stick.
But it's financial woes again, Alex. Next round is 1900. Like they're going to buy around these saved guns. They're actually dropping MP9s, right? This makes so much sense. But if they lose this, if they lose the site again early, they're going to have to save again. They're going to have to save again because next round only 1900 to boast, 1900 to put next to their name to defend against this. From going OT, YEKINDAR's coming. Oh, here he is.
The double peek from Frozen is madness. You jiggle, you spot YEKINDAR, and you commit to it. AKVMP9, he has just gone above and beyond there. 25 frags and counting.
YEKINDAR got the opener in that last round as well, right? The spearhead of this has just been absolutely removed.
Snapped off. acoR's worked wonders from the short before.
Oh, and that nade on 3. Look at all the damage.
There's more where that came from. Frozen surely done with 20 HP and an MP9. He wanted info. He gets it. They do swing in wide. acoR, no, the miss. Oh, and Qikert strings together 3.
They're saving again. They have to. They have to. There's no way in. There's no money.
God, this is emotional warfare.
How does Qikert get 3 there? That is insane.
I don't know. I want to see it again from his POV. We were robbed of that. Oh, wow.
And acoR's been so good as well, and a miss like that in a crucial moment in this second half. He's come alive. We talk about the scoreline being 10-1. Well, acoR was 0-11.
And now he finds himself parallel with some of the highest performers. I mean, 18 for Bymas, 17 apiece for acoR and Dexter. They did find their voices. Robs, he hears them leave. Maybe. Nope, not interested.
Yeah, gonna make sure he stays alive here. Ops. Bomb goes off, keeps his life. You see frozen with 2.7. Oh, gets into the AK. So right now with the cash situation, if there are any timeouts left, you'd want to be calling it here to talk this one through, and they do. Still 1 remaining for Mouse if this does go to overtime. Now Bymas has 2K, Rops with 1.9. Frozen has the most of his team of 2.7, but needs to buy on in, and he got a lot done with the MP9 just there, all things considered. Dexter's been dropped an MP9. Do they just continue towards A? Do VP just keep up this solo site simulator here, just continuing to walk and prod their way in and crowbar those entries? There's another MP9 invested into as well. That's been given over to acoR. How is this one going to land? That's it. That's it. The coach is done. Can't chime in anymore. Freeze time starting to tick on down. Overtime MR3 looms 10K.
Let's see this again. Qikert gets 3. You hear that shot rattle off, and he just profits the 3rd. Dexter did beat him to the punch, but AKVM4, 1 HP to spare. Let's go. Final round of regulation, folks. Mouse looking to throw the knockout blow.
He's down again.
Into the mix. Frozen does strike for a double. He is not going to quit. Doesn't matter what's in his hands. He seems to be able to put his name in the feed.
Kick it again.
Oh, God damn, Qikert, that's snappy. Takes down both. Immediately demands respect for Virtus.pro.
Well, they need to go for this retake now. They got the kit, they got the smokes, they got the rifles.
Yeah, and Bymas actually could disrupt. James planting. Oh, he's not far off. Not far off at all. Jame lives on. Somehow, on the retreat, every bullet just shy of the mark, and now just 2 of them trying to stop it before OT wipes the slate clean.
They can piece this one together. These smokes are fantastic to drop on the bomb. They have the molly to corral. They have the flashes to get on through. There is a chance for Mouse in this.
Smoke is on the bomb. Jame can contest this. Surely not a ninja. Oh, it's not perfect. Bymas has contributed. They know where one of them is. They know where Buster is as well. They're holding it. James dealt with it. No time for this. And we're off to overtime, folks. Started all over again. This series has more to be said. Dastan is losing his hair and his mind. VP are not out of this yet. Neither are Mouse. Let's go. MR3. OT 10K.
Wiped the slate clean right here. Mouse are in the financial woes for the throws of that last. Frozen gets 2 with the 5-7. With the 5-7. And then Qikert just keeps on walking in.
Overtime then. I mean, to recap, 10 1/2, ends 10-5, ends 15-15.
Alex, I don't want to be starting things off in a bit of a negative note right now, but somebody on the Mouse side just bought a shotgun. There's a shotgun in spawn, so when you only have 10K in OT, you don't have all the extra cash. That could be a massive blunder if they lose this first round here. Oh, look at YEKINDAR. This is quick.
Whoa, we've never seen the pace like this. He's just aware that they play it passive. Bymas could be exploited. This is the angle.
Look how quick he's parked
This
up.
is the angle.
1:35.
If Bymas wants answers in mid, he's going to get more than that. Oh, dropped off. YEKINDAR caught out. Bymas again
awareness.
delivers the speed by which YEKINDAR found it. The flash for the re-aggress. Jame, look at him. Charging. posting up on CT. There's no way acoR's ready for this. He will be now.
Oh, he caught him on the jump.
Hits the wall bang. For 1,000 different layers of top. And that's enough to pull the plug. They wanted to do a whole lot more than that. This is a complete improvisation now from VP. They're trying to mix it up out of the gates.
Oh, I don't know if Dexter was able to see Qikert just there. But he's going to park the bus here behind the sandbags. Now, there's Molotovs to deal with this, but VP are very light on util. There is help towards the A site, but right now, they're preoccupied.
2 mollies.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to get the smoke. Dexter has one of his own right now. He is going to need to drop that one down, but you think about this, there's only one for VP, right? They can only drop it to one side of the site. That's all they can do. Dexter needs to get it out now. He does.
30 seconds.
Oh, the nades are great.
Dunked. Finished off. A 4-on-4 established. acoR cannot miss his chance, and he's going to be smoked off. Completely locked out. Who will step up to the plate? Frozen's been spotted on the cross. They're boosting. Element of surprise, perhaps. Robs cancels that. It's Bymas again that seems to deliver on the flank. He's picked up 3. This is all Bymas. Robs with the finishing touches. But that'll do nicely. mousesports were the first to find 16. A round shy of where they wanted it most.
Bymas proactive on the flank as well. We haven't seen that from Robs. He hasn't been proactive on the flank. He's just played to contain, so that's a different look right there. Bymas taking the game into his own hands, and you can count the impact this kid has had. He has been massive right here in the third map of play. And actually following through on this, you can see they're not ready for it at all. Qikert not looking. Jame dead as well, trying to get that trade. And back in we go. Exhausted funds already for YEKINDAR and Jame. They have nothing left in the bank balance here to go forward. Robs is down, space taken. Partner in crime is there to play and boost it over the left-hand side of the smoke on the jiggle. He's going to get the shot. Frozen's dead.
Right between the legs. That's a nice nade in response, but Dexter, he's got so much on his shoulders now. He's got acoR in support. It's a 2-2 split. Massive void is middle. Buster's been pretty damn good at his angle management here. And acoR did catch Qikert elsewhere.
Buster one-wayed over the top of that smoke.
Yeah, but
it was
I mean,
the lurk.
Typically, Qikert is the lurk. Why are they looking at mid? They both abandoned their post. They've completely foregone the B stairs.
They've just dropped a smoke at top of the stairs, and that's enough to usher Virtus.pro away. So then to scamper back, bridge noise intentionally made. It's all meant to be a ruse here from Jame. They're sending them back towards B.
He's not falling for it. 50 seconds.
Bymas is still close here. He's at the Jenny's position. Jame is just trying to sell the best of fakes he can.
Yeah, he went to acting school. He's tried it all. Oh my
That's
god.
a fake molly. That's to draw them in.
And right next to Robs. Millimeters separating them. And Robs will best him. The trade is there as well because Bymas has gotten lockdown flit. A double up. Another for Robs. He's defended the B side valiantly. This is a lockout.
And it's Jame time here as well. He might be able to get around the corner. acoR not looking. Warning shot in. acoR with a second lease of life here. Jame just wants to save, and he's not going to get away with it. The money's not there. Nothing for Jame and YEKINDAR in the next round of play. They've taken it away, and they've got themselves 17 now. Mouse, they want the clean sweep on their CT side.
They can almost taste it, Chad.
Oh, VP.
A clean one, if they can find it.
What a fight the VP of... Well, not what a fight. VP were the ones who kicked this off in such a fashion. Remember how good their CT side was, right? It's a question of who's going to be able to solve the problems of this T side. So even if Mouse get the clean sweep here, it's not a lock. It's not a guarantee.
No, far from it. I mean, it doesn't take much to cast your mind back to the absence of frags for those T sides. And acoR's put one down range to take a step in that direction. Robs caught out. Qikert, element of surprise. Bymas will have to be a hero once more. YEKINDAR's just a distraction. The commitment is to be, or at least as I say that, they seem to have changed their mind.
Yeah, the 4v4 and all the room, they've forced this CT setup all across the map right now. Look how passive over towards A, but Dexter searching for info. The in-game leader looking for answers right now, and he's about to get them. Mid clear.
Welcome to overtime. This is when the playbook completely gets thrown out the window. Everyone using their intuition.
But the timing on this, he needs to hope that YEKINDAR's passed, or YEKINDAR could catch him here.
Oh my god! That's a massive death. Dexter down. Now YEKINDAR can ply his trade with an AK-47. The smoke's into the A site. This is where VP did post 2 rounds.
acoR's retake right now. He is going to have to move.
Yeah.
Perfect from VP here. They're going to get into the site. They're going to get the bomb down.
You could do the wallbang. How's your wallbang, acoR? Have you got the lineup? You could deny a default plant. It may not be the case, though. Flit responsible. It's a default plant. Any wallbangs available. Doesn't seem like he's even firing off a bullet. Yeah, shy. Okay. 3 for the retake. Kits are present, but that's it. No smokes. It has to be frags. Last round of the first half of our first OT here, map 3. Bymas, how has he pulled one out of the hat like that? And acoR had a chance. Won't get many more. Does. Now needs 2.
Looking the wrong way.
Looking the wrong way. Flit on the site. Does go down.
Time.
acoR running out of time. Would have to hold it. Fakes it out. Would need the quickest of flicks here onto Buster. Oh, he doesn't take it. It will be 1. VP post around. Stop the clean sheet.
Has to be the awareness there of YEKINDAR, right? The fact that the pressure moments like this and he's still diligent enough as he's walking past to make sure he's clearing for the ladder push. It's super unlikely to expect Dexter to go for that. So the heads up of YEKINDAR there, fantastic. Fantastic stuff from YEKINDAR. And that was a round where it had 3 AKs and 2 MAC-10s in the mix. So they get themselves a round, they get themselves something. And now we see mousesports on this T side. Now they're the ones who managed to break through late. They managed to break through very, very late in their T half. And that was through Bymas over towards the B bomb site. Is that where they start business here? And Virtus.pro, what have you learnt? The double AWP is the response right now. Buster's purchased that up straight away. Very costly investment here on the CT side with that 10K in the mix. James going to take the AWP mid and Buster's going to take the other AWP towards the B site. So it's going to be 3 rifles to try and lock down over towards A. Make that 2. It is YEKINDAR and Qikert. And the slow pace is going to start this one off. No rush here. Mouse waiting out that early CT protocol util, the mollies, the smokes. The damage because YEKINDAR continues to play it down.
One. He's going for the opening kill. He's been spotted out. A duel with YEKINDAR that he wins. He's taken down the prize champion, the prize fighter of Virtus.pro, and at such a crucial moment of the game, major hopes and dreams hanging just a couple of rounds in the balance.
Back to B they go. They have to go into this AWP.
Oh, I love this boost. It might be caught out.
Blind
Buster
spot.
in his blind spot. It's just black for him, and now his eyes fade the same. Flit counters. Util dump. He just wants to delay. A Jame in place. It's a hard shot, and he nails it between the eyes of Dexter. Bomb in James' sights, turns the flash intuitively. It's Rops that pulls one out of a hat, but it's not safe. Not yet. 2 CTs here, and as the smoke does fade, James surely got another in him. Baiting in for Qikert. Qikert hits it. Up to Rops to save Mouse here. And he knows it was Jame. Managing his angles, but James too good. Tracks him and eliminates the threat. Jame has a round when VP need him most.
That Molotov was so clutch right there. You can see just how awkward it made the fights on the site. Their Mouse had no options. They were thrust into the open.
And the fact that he's so smart about it, he knows that as the smoke is fading, that's when you throw it out. Then he repositions the trajectory, the misinformation. It's all just meta.
But think about how that started again. Dexter wins this, and then Buster goes down in the blind spot.
This shot might have saved him, lads. Look at this.
That is massive right there from Jame. Flit as well. He has been such a nuisance here to defend this, and you could just see the slither of Rops caught.
Oh, felt quick. Looks a little early. 3-man presence at the stairs, but come on now, Buster. He's ready to pop out and eliminate the threat. Bymas, his B project has been cancelled, screwed up, thrown in the bin. There's more as well. YEKINDAR, we know how much of a nuisance he's been on the ramp. Oh, this is going to be a slow one now. They're going to have to try and find an alternate avenue.
But where's the gap? How do you get through? You've been able to get multiple entries in the previous round, and that wasn't enough. So now what's the answer? Who do you turn to? Bymas, who was so good at getting you opening kills on the T side. He's down and out. Who do you turn to? Who do you look to? It is just going to be B, right? They have enough utility right now. The smokes are flying through the sky. The mollies too. Buster standing to deliver, and he does.
He's burning. He's blocked. Full kill. 100-0 from Rops' molly. The flash combined leads to his demise. There's still legs to this for Mouse. Aggressive retake smoke. They want to go for this. The bomb now is planted. If they can get to after plant positions, the retake will be swift. Frozen, elevated position, hoping to catch them unawares, but it's not to be. Dexter perhaps can do more. Just the one from him so far. It's acoR as well. 3 versus 2. A big find from the Aussie, but now shut down. acoR with it all to play for. And he will catch YEKINDAR. A one-on-one with Jame. A battle of wits. Walking in on the P250. Jame. Man, oh! acoR finds 18. Exactly what the doctor ordered. 0 and 11, Chad. He's 25 frags deep.
He's here now. And mousesports, they've got it. One more round required here. VP not going down without a fight, and that's against Jame. In this tournament, Jame and clutches. He's been racking them up.
Ooh, I stay. I stay. One more is all they need. Dastan, head in his hands. I mean, he's doing his best to hide his emotion. I mean, you can't blame him. This has been a ridiculous story. The VP Mouse game of stomps. And then we thought we had map 3 exactly the same. We thought the stomp was underway. They managed to really find their footing just to make it a competitive half. 10-1. Goes 10-5. Goes 18-17.
Oh, dearie me. Is Qikert really going into this round here with only a CZ75?
Bang.
Oh, dear. Qikert only has a CZ. YEKINDAR into a FAMAS. Util is so light on. There's not a single defuse kit here if we get into a post plant. Mouse have all the advantages here. VP are up against it. They need a miracle. They need Jame to step up with this AWP.
Jame will have YEKINDAR will have traces this time. His usual smoke antics won't work as well if he does keep trying it. There's tracer fire there. Tracking him won't be such a nuisance. Lurky smokes early.
Mouse can wait out so much of this util here. VP are going to have very little to operate with. Just have to threaten. There's another smoke. YEKINDAR just threw it out. Now pressure towards B. Is it going to get them moving? It's all a bit
Buster
of a fake.
has nothing to report though. VP will keep their feet planted. This has a couple of the indications of perhaps overcooking it. Overthinking it. James posted up. You'd be walking into his orb.
Need to flash him off the line. They need to deal with Jame or he might light the server up.
And he avoids the flash and with some flourish posts the opener. OT2. 4 frags away for VP.
40 seconds.
Are on elimination point.
This is a gap. Nobody's watching middle right now. It's very passive towards CT spawn from Qikert, only with a CZ, and they're turning their attention back towards B. Buster and Qikert. They have to defend this.
Yeah, and Rob's surely going to activate. He has to catch a timing, and he has. Oh, he has! He has a big one! 2! Turned! Flit saves them! That could have been it! And now, just the 3 of them, trying to make it if they try. The whole VP squad is here. Frozen will strike with the first. There's more to come. Only one man stands between them, and 8 seconds ain't enough. We go again. We go again. This is not gonna be fun. At least not for the 10 players involved. I mean, we're having a whale of a time.
Flit's still smiling. Would you believe it? This is probably the most stressful Counter-Strike game he's ever played right here. Major for elimination. Got a bloody grin on his face, and they're holding on here, VP. 31 kills now for Buster. Having a game. Having a game right now.
No shotguns this time, please, fellas.
Yeah, make sure you manage your money here because we're ready to get this one back underway. Same again.
Now, we always talk about VP's prowess when they've got everything, and that is exactly what you're going to get in the first round of OT. Not a sacrifice to be seen. Fair distribution of kits. 3, not over-investing and ready to rock and roll. Rob's contending with an aggressive clear. There's no way Jame goes further than this. He's got Flit in support, so you can understand his confidence, but he might go clear towards the generator. Rops is in an off angle for that. Welcome to overtime, by the way, folks. The rulebook is out the window. The rulebook is gone. Oof. That's not bad.
That one sailed. Heat seeker towards YEKINDAR right there. Now this maneuver, the VP are rocking here. They used that before to slip Flit over towards that ladder room.
Too much New World for you.
Yeah. Gotta make that campfire here because looking very campy right now, just sitting on back.
Oh, another one for YEKINDAR. He's working at half health. At least probably a fair fight now against him.
Yeah, gonna make his life a little bit more difficult here, trying to dissuade against the one-way smoke.
Oh.
There's the mid push.
Activated Rob's booked. He's the first to fall, a rarity. And that was a chance. Goes awry. YEKINDAR, I can't believe how stubborn he's being. Oh, and caught out with a flash in his hand. If YEKINDAR falls, if Bymas again delivers for the squad. Sandbags checked. Bymas does his due diligence as well. And this is a lot of smoke for Flit to work around YEKINDAR and him. Partner up. Activate aggression through the smoke. YEKINDAR, that is a big slip up. It's all Bymas again. The unspoken warrior and hero caught still through the smoke. Flit contest over and above. Oh, Dexter lets it slip. It's Flit, the new boy on the block, delivers. And it looks like VP have done enough. acoR's AWP up against 3. Buster's the first, but with 10 seconds left, there's just no way in. He'd have to find Flit. Now he's just hiding in plain sight on the site. 4 seconds, he passes the one. Could maybe have Jame, but not to be. 19 is found first. Around shy of when they wanted it most, but there you go. 19 VP get the first of this CT side. And this is what it's been. It's a question of who can post a T round and then some.
Yeah, I think like 2 T rounds feels essential here.
Would be a win. I honestly
teams,
think
right?
whoever gets first, the first team to post 2 rounds on their T side will break their streak.
Or if VP are able to just shut the door here on the CT half, right? If they can make sure they don't drop a single one of these rounds, they can do this. They can take this away from Mouse. Now, the comebacks, both teams have been up against it here. Back to the usual antics. That molly shows a bit more aggression, and there he is. YEKINDAR onto Frozen through the smoke. The antics of how this game started continue right now. Dexter looking for punishment too.
You'll never guess who just equalized though. Bymas playing like an absolute god. He's doing it all for the squad.
Oh, Dexter's passed.
What? No, he's not. Looking the wrong way. Overthinking. Walks into James AWP, and the man advantage that was so short-lived is long gone.
Well, they're going to go back towards B, but at this point, VP have to know this is coming because that's been the only response from Mouse, this B bomb site. And look how many players are close to lock this down.
How has Bymas got major playoff mentality?
This is wild, isn't it? He's playing some great Counter-Strike here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
No.
VP, you can see they're not wincing at all.
And they're familiar with this kind of chaos, this amount of pressure. They let it slip once on Vertigo. Now for their major life, looking for a spotless CT side. They have got the man advantage. acoR needs to be a hero here. He's made a gamble call. He's hoping his teammate have his back. It's Rops responsible. It's all down to this next engagement.
Flash in. acoR down. Rops with the trade. Another shot from Rops. 2 more to find.
What a shot. Oh, and James not having any of it. Up
Bymas
to Bymas. Can he really do it with the AWP? They're in his blind spot. He's looking for YEKINDAR first. He strikes Jame up against him, and he just doesn't expect him all the way around, using that smoke to great success. That's a triple kill out of Jame. And they make it 20. So 2-0 in our second overtime. We talked about trying to find a T round. I think that's a compulsory one now for Mouse. Otherwise, advantage VP.
And that's Jame with another clutch. He has had a lot of clutches here. He's been looking great. Like I know he's the last to come on in, but this was great from Rops here, right? He's 2 massive kills, but oversteps the mark, goes on down to the AWP. They glue in on his position, and Bymas, how much more does he have to do? Mouse needs something to take into the second half.
Stone-faced killer is Bymas. Can they find one? Or will VP be given the gift of 3 opportunities to knock Mouse out of the major?
Mid's the gap here. Flit's caretaking this on the jiggles. Bit more active, it won't be so lurky here. The fact that there's 2, it's telling of a different story. The
Flit's
util
no
as well.
slouch. Good timing, but they have boosted. If he does look out for more info, he's going to get Rude Awakening. He's not ready for Robs, but he's tucked in tight now.
Oh, he's below him.
Oh, he's not spotted. Robs.
So noisy, Robs.
Robs unawares. He goes down, and VP set for success. It's James' aggression that needs to be checked. He will tuck in time.
He's been great from this position, Jame. He's good for more.
He just turns the flash. He rarely loses vision. He's even dropped to one way here.
Yeah, he stalled them out. Their smoke means nothing now. Oh, and guess what? Back towards B. But there's 2 here again. Buster joined with Qikert to lock this down, and he's in a forward position.
This is a real tight angular Qikert to working with as well. Buster. I can't believe he's even looking for frags, and he's going to get one and done. Qikert's the only one ahead of the util. He needs at least one. Frozen to spearhead of the assault. He's not checking him, just hiding in plain sight, strikes for another. The perfect defense. It's been found unless acoR's got a 1v3 in him. 20 seconds, it's more than he's had from previous clutches. Jame passive, Qikert waiting to play the fade. acoR can't really wait forward to wait out, and he's looking the wrong way. Call it 21. mousesports now 3 opportunities to just keep the ball rolling. VP 3 to send him home.
It's back to the CT side for Mouse here, and that's where both these teams have done their absolute best work. But I just feel like VP and that pace that they were pulling out on their T side, they started to change things up.
All it takes is one YEKINDAR round.
Yeah, or Qikert as well, who came. He started to be the brute force over towards that A site. He just started to walk on in and get multiple kills. So Mouse right now, they are under the pump, and it's hard to see them doing it again. Right, the fact that they even got back into this game is something special, but now, this type of pressure, are they built for it?
Like, Qikert's just handled it so well. The fact he even just hid in plain sight when his teammate's gone down in... What's
double ults from Mouse
here?
here. We haven't seen that. It's been Rop's usually hyper-aggressive, right? He's usually been hyper-aggressive over towards B. Now he's AWPing. He's playing a bit more of a passive stance here, so that's a change-up now for Mouse.
YEKINDAR's a change-up towards the B stairs. He's trying to work his magic while James boosted up to deal with and contend with their aggressive ramp hold. But they won't be aggressive with acoR tucked on sandbags. You can see the setup. So acoR is the one responsible for short. You can see how he'll get that information. Frozen to deal with the sandbags, jump up.
He's so brave in this position right here, Frozen. There's a blind spot and half to have to deal with. He's lucky that acoR's there towards the sandbag.
Molly? Oh, okay. acoR needs to have vision though on short side, so I think he's maintained it with the extinguish and a little nade from Dexter for good measure.
Now this is here just to make it look like a lurk, and that's a bit of a miss, Molly, just there.
Pressure is at an all-time high.
Oh, for sure, and now they're going to mantle up towards B. The silent boost up behind the cubby.
And you know what? That is going to be in Rop's AWPing blind spot. He will not have info on this. They can be walked up and be swinging in with a couple of flashes. He has potential to be overrun here.
It's going to be the B exec. It has to be the B exec. Look at this. The util's coming in. Buster's going to jump up and over.
Yeah, look at this. They're running in. Molotov'd out. He tries to stick around. One pot shot and extinguish while blind. It's up to Bymas again. He's got a gap to work with. He really wants to bail Rop's out of trouble. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. That's the gap. That's the frag.
The bomb's dropping back.
Does deliver 25 and counting. acoR did stick around on A. acoR's just now considering the potential for losing this site. The stampeding steps, and already Qikert's there to punish him. Oh, Qikert's quick.
That's a round winning. That's such a huge kill.
I can't believe he's out-AWP'd the AWPer with an AK no less. And James now hitting shots. Frozen desperate. Dexter pushing in. James looking at the ball. This is everything. This is for Mouse's life. For their major. They still have to defuse. Buster trifling with trouble. We need someone to take this fight. Who is going to step up to the plate? They're faffing around. Robs is gone. Buster's done it all, and that's the end of them. VP, they have the mental. How do they hold on? How do they hold their nerve? A comeback like no other from Mouse. But that's the end of their major journey. Grand finalists for 3 of them, and they show that mentality there. What a relief you can see. I mean, that's 4 hours in the making.
Put through their paces, put through their